And I wanted to jump in here to do a live stream to tell you a bit about an exciting event that we have coming up right around the corner called our Prophy conference. You know, those of us who are living with bleeding disorders and hemophilia, von Willebrand's disease, all kinds of different struggles that we deal with as it pertains to our preventative treatment regimen and trying to stay on track. Sometimes the hardest thing is just trying to be consistent, right? So we're going to be talking about how consistency is key. It's really everything for long-term health related to joint disease and all kinds of other things. And we want to spend some time really taking the time out to discuss these issues that really lead to a more successful life with living with a bleeding disorder. And so I'm really excited about this event. We have some incredible things going on, some great sessions that are scheduled for you. We've got some amazing speakers lined up, from physicians to patient discussion panels. One thing I'm really excited about is we're doing a discussion panel on patient empowerment to talk about how important it is for us as individuals to actually have knowledge that we can go to our doctor and have the best type of clinic visit possible and the outcomes for that. So super excited about that. A lot of other great sessions that I don't want you to miss. But one of the sessions that we have, one of the speakers that we have coming is my good friend Amber Federizo. And I've invited her to come and join me today on this podcast to talk a little bit more about her sessions. And Amber, it is great to see you. Thank you so much for joining me today on the Prevent podcast.
Thank you. It's great to be here again. And I'm always happy to be part of this event. It's always a lot of fun.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you. And I have to say, over and over again, we hear some incredible feedback from your sessions always, because you're not only such a great communicator and you're so knowledgeable about all the different things, but you are just a champion for women and fighting for the rights of people to be able to make certain that their mental health is key and that their support systems are intact and that they have the best information possible. So thank you so much for all you do, not just for this session, but for always. And I'm super excited to have you part of this event.
Thank you.
Well, I'm looking forward to a few things, but I'm excited about your session coming up. I know that you're going to be doing a session, well, actually 2 sessions in particular at this event. I don't want to steal your thunder, but I know the first session is really talking at the core point of this whole topic, which is prophylaxis, where we came from, kind of where we are now, where we're going, right?
Right. So the first session, prophylaxis, past, present, and future, is really digging into where we've come from. So what prophylaxis meant years ago is not the same term as we use today. So understanding that prophylaxis may mean once a month. And then, in our thought and our mind, we think prophylaxis is every other day or 3 times a week. We kind of put these constraints on what prophylaxis meant. And in 2023, with so many different ways to have prophylaxis, we need to revisit those definitions, revisit what it means to be consistent with those regimens, and then revisit kind of the impacts of what may be long-term.
That's really good. That's really good, because it's kind of changed a little bit as far as what it means for everybody. And I'm excited to hear more about that. But tell me, what is it that you're really most passionate about with this session? What's the thing that you're really most excited about this topic about?
As always, I'm always excited to really put women at the forefront and have that understanding that prophylaxis is for them too. And the definitions around that apply to men and women, but this is the women's first foray into being really in this category of prevention and just instead of just on-demand treatment. So I'm most excited about getting that knowledge out there that prophylaxis is for everyone, consistency is for everyone, and just having everybody united around new things that we can do in terms of bringing prophylaxis and consistency together.
That's so good and so important. I know that I've got 2 girls in my home, and we're trying to deal with these things as we go. And it's been an interesting thing to try to navigate. But I'm so excited that you're talking about women as a part of this, because it is so important in little ways and in big ways. Who is it that you think should really attend this? Because it's not just about women. It's not just about the guys. It's kind of for everybody. But who specifically do you think should make certain that they tune into this session?
So I think it's really important that everyone tunes in, because you'll know someone who's going through this in their own way. They have their own individualized plan. And when you learn about all the different ways of Prophy, you can better support everyone in the community beyond your own experience. And then I have an additional session later on termed aging and bleeding disorders. That focus of what can happen, what do we need to prevent? And oftentimes we get focused on aging when we've aged. We get focused on things like menopause once we're already 40, and no one told us, we need to look at it in 20 or 30 so that we're ready by 40. We're just kind of like, taking it minute by minute, and then it's upon us. So it's really important that we get younger individuals involved to kind of see what the future may be, and that it may change, but that we're all kind of on this ready page.
That's so good. So important. Yeah. Cause even as little kids, one of the things I think we're learning is that sometimes these little points of inflammation or microbleeding or all these things, they do have potential, long-term ramifications to the health of the joint. And we're doing another event later in the year called Joint Health. That's a place where we'll be talking about that. But really and truly, it starts with your consistency, because if you're not able to keep up the path, or if you let some of these things kind of get away with you, it's very possible that when you're much older, there's things that you have to consider that maybe you could have avoided had you been more consistent when you were younger, right?
Right. There's that old saying, if you don't make time for your wellness, your illness will force you to take time for it. And this is kind of the same thing, is taking time to ensure that you have all the knowledge you need to have wellness so that illness doesn't sneak up on you.
So true. So true. I love that about this session in particular. It might be a little bit misleading for people to go and say aging, but really, even if you have little kids, if you're a mom and you've got some new diagnosed little kids in your house, like this may still be a good session for you to attend. And both of those sessions are going to be happening kind of back to back. One is on Thursday, June 1st at 1 p.m. And the next one that you talked about with aging is going to be at 2 p.m. or 2:15, I should say. And so all people have to do to be able to participate is to register, and they can go right there to our website and sign up for this free event. It's going to be a fantastic time, and I'm really looking forward to being able to spend some more time with you and learn from you, and being able to also connect with people from around the country. One of the great things about doing these things online is that it gives us an opportunity to be able to really connect with folks from all over the country. So I think our last event that we did together, we had something like 38 states that people attended from. And so that's a really great time. We get to meet people from all over the country. And so I'm really excited about that. I'm excited about the sessions that you're going to be doing. And I really appreciate you and also the support from Octapharma to be able to do these events like this. But thank you so much for being here today. And thank you for your passion for the bleeding disorders community. We wouldn't be the same without you, Amber. And I look forward to seeing you very, very soon.
Thanks.
Well, that is fantastic. I don't know about you, but I am fired up and I want to be in those sessions. So I hope you feel the same way. Make certain that you get onto the website and register right now at hope-charities.org and get on there for this free event. This is going to be a great opportunity. You just have to register once and you can apply to it'll send you the alerts for all the different sessions. So you'll get an email with the links for those Zoom calls individually, and you can join from anywhere, from your phone, from your tablet, from your computer. You can join whether you're in between meetings or you're going about your day, but we want you to be a part of the conversation because I think it's going to be so important. We're also going to have a lot of fun together. We're giving away prizes in every breakout session, gift cards of $25 and $50, $75, all kinds of opportunities to win. We've got grand prizes for people who are overachievers and want to attend 3 or more sessions per day. So get ready. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we certainly hope to be able to see you there. So mark your calendars, June 1st and 2nd, and go register right now at hope-charities.org. We would love to see you there. Big thanks to our supporting presenting sponsor, which is Octapharma, for this great event and other educational platforms that we're putting together. And we're really excited to be able to have you join us for this event and get to know some folks living in the bleeding disorder community today. Thanks so much for joining me on this pre-event podcast. Big thanks to Amber. Appreciate her and all of her input. We're looking forward to seeing you very, very soon. So go register right now.